up guys? As you can tell from the title, in this video I'm going to be playing 10 seasons of a youth academy player's career. And how exactly is that going to work per se? The rules are simple. I pick a club, I scout for the best youth talents from a particular country of my choosing. The youth players look kind of weird, so I'm going to be doing a makeover of the players because I like to create players. In case you guys don't know, you can check my channel out because I create like a bunch of players and shit that you can use for career mode, pro clubs. Anyway, enough of the pro. Like, look at them. Obviously they're a very massive improvement from what the youth players looked like in the previous game and in previous games in general, but I still feel like I can make like one of them look a lot better basically. All right, so as you can see, I have released all of the youth players. So what I'm going to be doing right now is going to scout from a particular country. Thankfully this guy C Banks is good enough for what I want to do, and I want to go to Japan. I want the first video of this series to be like a Japanese player. Eastern Asia, I think that's what Japan is. Definitely. All right, so we're going to Japan and we're going to be scouting for 9 months. We're going to be, can I pick more than one position? Thankfully we can't, so I'm going for left winger, striker and right winger. That's what we're going to be scouting for. Are you sure you would like to establish a scouting network in this country? Yes, I would very much love to do that. So we have reached the end of the first season. I don't think Arsenal did relatively well. We actually got fifth in the league, which is not very good, but that's not what we're looking at right now. What we're looking at is the youth academy players that we got along the way. Hopefully there's someone with a good enough, there you go, Takashi Anami. So this is the player that we're going to be using. He's a right winger and a striker. So because he's a right winger and I don't want to like replace Saka in the team, I'm going to be making him a striker. So I'm going to recreate him right now. He's 16. He's 5'9", 143 pounds, right-footed. His maximum potential is 94, so that is going to be his final rating when I'm done creating him. So let's go into that and see how well he can do for the next 10 seasons in Arsenal. So I am officially done with the makeover. This is Takashi Anami. He's wearing the number 14, which is only suiting for a 94 rated player to wear the number 14 jersey in Arsenal. He's from Japan, 2005. I don't think that will make him 16. But I mean, it's the lowest I can go when I'm creating from this screen basically. So this is what he looks like close up. He has the black hair, hairstyle 58, which is this one. And well, all of this is not really important. I will put out a video on how to create him. So by the end of this video, you guys will be able to like see how to create him if you actually want to know how to create him. Now we're going into the main part of the video. And this is what the squad looks like. Here we have Takashi Anami, 18-year-old. He's grown 2 years magically because that's the least I could have gone with his age, and he's 5'9", 143, and he is most importantly a 94 rated player. So basically for the entirety of the 10 seasons, I'm going to be working on building this Arsenal team around him. He's going to be like the central ace player. No more Saka. This is now Takashi Anami. I'm not going to make any transfers in the first season because I want to see exactly how well he can do with the current Arsenal team. So I'm just going to like do a little bit of tactics, squad building and shit. So let's jump to the end of the season and see exactly how well Anami can do in his first professional season at Arsenal. Okay, so the first season is done and dusted. Takashi Anami is now in 95 rated. But before I look at all of the different stats, I want to talk about the goals that we have for this video. There's 5 of them in total. The first one is to get a goal contribution of 400, whether it's 300 goals and 100 assists or the other way around. But 400 goal contributions is what we have to get in order to receive the gold status. We have to get 20 trophies as well, however spread out it is. I'm not going to be counting pre-season trophies, so I'm talking about Community Shield, the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup. So we have 5 up for grabs every season, and if we also win the Champions League, then we have the Super Cup up for grabs. So 20 trophies is going to be doable in 10 seasons, I believe. Next up, we need to get 5 Champions League trophies in total, then a minimum of 3 Ballon d'Or awards, which is something that he should be able to do in the course of 10 seasons. And the final one, which is kind of optional, is to get like 3 trebles as well. So let's do a quick recap of that. 400 goal contributions, 20 trophies, 5 Champions Leagues, 3 Ballon d'Ors, and optionally we have 3 trebles to win as well. So now that I'm clear on the goals that we have to get, let's go into the most important thing, which is the goals and assists. So he starts with 35 goals and 13 assists in his very first season, so that is 48 goal contributions. I need to write that down because I'm most likely going to forget. Sadly, we got 4th in the Premier League, which is not something that I would have thought was going to happen with Anami in the team. Surprisingly, Spurs has won the league. I have never seen that in any career mode I've ever played in my life. No FA Cup for us. We got knocked out by Manchester City in round 6. We got knocked out of the quarterfinals in the Carabao Cup by Brighton, and in the Champions League we got knocked out in the playoffs by Leverkusen. So that is 0 trophies in total in the first season. which is not very good, but it is what it is. I believe that in the second season, the team I'm going to build around him is going to be somewhat good enough to challenge for trophies. He did win the player of the season for the Premier League. I'm not counting that one though, but it's good to see that he at least won something for himself. Alright guys, so the second season is now underway and I've done everything that I really want to do in terms of the transfers. There are two major changes I made. That is in the midfield position, which is I brought in Vitinha from PSG. He's going to be replacing Mikel Merino. So Mikel Merino is going to be like a player that is just there for squad depth basically. And then I also brought in Chevalier from Lille. He's going to be Raya's backup so that we can actually do well in the cup competitions. So this is what the team looks like, and let's see if Arsenal and Takashi Anami can get a couple trophies in this season. Alright, so second season done and dusted, and looking at this thing right now, it's looking like we're not going to be making it to the Champions League finals, sadly, but I have a feeling that we are going to have won like at least one trophy, at least one, please. And as a matter of fact, we have won the Premier League with 81 points, just 2 points ahead of Liverpool. Sadly, we got knocked out in the semi-finals of the FA Cup by Liverpool again, and again we got knocked out in the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup, this time by Coventry City, which is really weird. We made it to the semi-finals of the Champions League, which is a really good stretch, but sadly we got knocked out by Bayern Munich. And that's pretty much all for the trophies. We have only won one trophy, which is the Premier League. I have no problems with that, which means that next season we'll have a possibility of winning one more trophy. So now that all that's out of the way, let's look at Anami's stats for the season. He got 47 goals and 12 assists. That is a couple more goals than what he got last season, so he's definitely growing in terms of goals. Martinelli did really well, getting 28 goals and 5 assists in this season. 8 seasons left to go and we have 19 trophies left to win. I believe that we will still be able to like get the Ballon d'Or or something very soon. I feel like that's something that we should be able to do easily, but now that we're done with this season, let's go into the third. Alright, so third season is now underway. I've made a couple changes. The front three is still the same: Martinelli, Anami and Saka. Same thing with the three in the midfield, and then we brought in Balde in place of Timber because I want like a higher rated player in that left back position. So that's exactly what we did, and I actually like changed Timber back to a center back so that Gabriel and Saliba would have like an option for like a substitution if need be. I also brought in Takefusa Kubo and this Neves guy from PSG so that we would have extra depth for the midfield and the right winger position where Saka plays. Now that all that is done and dusted, let's look at what Anami and Arsenal can do in the third season. Sadly, I forgot to stop the simulation for the Ballon d'Or cutscene, but Anami has actually won the Ballon d'Or. It's pretty early. I wasn't really thinking that he was going to do it. It's just his third season and we have 2 more Ballon d'Ors to win, so let's hope that there is going to be many more to come. So third season is done, guys, and let's look at what Arsenal has been able to do. We have won the Premier League trophy again. This time we got 87 points. That is like 9 whole points ahead of Manchester City in second. We won the Community Shield, so that is the second trophy that we're going to be winning. Sadly, we got knocked out of the semi-finals of the FA Cup again by Aston Villa this time. And finally, we have won a domestic trophy, 3-1 against West Ham. We made it to the semi-finals of the Champions League yet again, but sadly we were not able to win the trophy. We got knocked out by PSG. That is 3 trophies in total: the Premier League, the Community Shield and the FA Cup that we have won in this season. So that is 4 trophies altogether. And then for his stats, he's still a 95 rated player this time, and he has gotten 42 goals and 20 assists. So he got a lot more assists than he has gotten in the previous seasons, so that is still a really good season. He has gotten over 100 goals now and definitely over 150 goal contributions, so good for him. I believe that with this start he should be able to win the Ballon d'Or for the second time in a row next season. I hope so. Alright, fourth season is now underway and this is what the team looks like. I'm not going to be making any changes, no transfers into the team this time around. I want to see what this team can do. I'm most likely going to be changing Trossard next season because he's already on the old side and he's already dropping off in rating. Sterling as well, so I most likely will get a new left winger for next season. Let's just see what we can do in this season. Hopefully we win the Champions League. Hopefully he can win another Ballon d'Or. That is most likely going to happen with the season he had last season. So let's hope that we can do all of that. Alright, so movement of truth again. Obviously we know that if we are seeing this cutscene, someone from Arsenal is going to be winning the Ballon d'Or. Takashi Anami has won the Ballon d'Or for the second season in a row. So I believe that this Ballon d'Or goal that we have for getting 3 Ballon d'Ors is going to be really easy to do. So I'm most likely going to increase it to 5 Ballon d'Ors by the next episode for this series. But anyway, good for him. So I'm hoping that we won the Premier League, and we did. Oh my god, we got 100 points in the freaking Premier League. Arsenal got 100 points in the Premier League. That is crazy. So that is the third time in a row that we're winning the Premier League. And as for the Community Shield, we have won it yet again. The FA Cup, we have finally won the FA Cup. We beat Aston Villa 2-1 to win it. Then for the Carabao Cup, we win it as well. So that is 4 trophies already this season. So we've gotten 4 trophies this season. Shit, we lost 3-1 in the quarterfinals against Borussia Dortmund. So the Champions League is a trophy that is still eluding us. We have 6 more seasons to go to win it. And one of the goals is to win 5 Champions League trophies. So we have 5 times out of 6 to win it. So I don't believe that we're going to be able to win this trophy, to be honest. But we have a very good amount of trophies right now. I think we're going to beat that. The only thing that I'm not quite sure of is the Champions League. Has Takashi Anami moved up in overall? He is still only 95. All right, so I think he's actually stuck at 95. He's 22 years old right now. So let's see how many. Wow, that is bad. That is really, really bad. Did he get injured? He most likely got injured. He didn't. He has 63 appearances, so he most likely did not get injured. It's still very good numbers for like the goal contributions for the season, but not really up to his standard. Saka did really well. Martinelli did really well this season. I still think that he's going to make 400 goal contributions by the end of this video. So I mean, keep pushing, Takashi Anami. You got this. Now the 5th season is underway, and I made a couple changes in terms of the backup players. I brought in Bino Gittings, who is now going to be the replacement left winger, left mid for Martinelli. And I also brought in Molina. He's a bit on the old side. He's 30 right now, but I just need someone that's not really, really expensive and is still good enough to be a good backup for Ben White. So we have a backup for pretty much every role apart from the DM position, and I don't really need that because Bettina is a DM, and I think this guy Neves can also like play the DM position, so like that position is covered. We still have really good keepers both ways, and I just hope that this team is going to be able to get Anami a Champions League trophy in this season. At least just give me 3 Champions League trophies, to be honest. All right, 5th season is done and dusted, and again we have lost the last match of the league. I don't know what's going on, but I believe that we should have won the Premier League. We did it. We did win it. We won it with 84 points this time, so that is 16 points less than last season. We did not win the Community Shield. Sadly, we lost 5 on penalties to Liverpool. We won the FA Cup, so we're on for a treble. We have 5 seasons left to get a treble, and I don't even know if we won the Champions League this time, but we won the FA Cup. That's good. We lost 2-1 against Spurs in the quarterfinals. We got knocked out in the round of 16 against Milan. All right, so that's not good. I don't know what I need to do to get this team to win the freaking Champions League. He has gone up to a 97 in his stats. That is crazy. And he got 49 goals and 14 assists in this season. 63 goal contributions in total. That's the highest number of goal contributions that he has gotten in a single season. The previous highest is 62, I believe. And we only won 2 trophies, so it's not as good as the previous 2 seasons that we've had. But I mean, it's still a really good season in terms of his individual stats. All right, so season number 6 is now underway, and I have to say a couple of the players are getting a little bit old. I'm waiting for Balde to reach 90 so we can have an all 90 rated lineup for the first team. But Mikel Merino is getting on the older side, but I mean, I still have a relatively younger squad in the starting 11. None of them have actually reached 30 apart from David Raya. The rest are all under 30. Then the bench is getting like a little bit old, but Molina still has a couple more years in him, so I hope that he can actually still be a really good backup right back for Ben White. And then I also brought in 2 new backup players, that is Kirkes, and I also brought in Beraldo. So they're going to be like the center back and the left back replacements for our main lineup. So let's hope that this team can finally win the freaking Champions League. And after the season that Anami had last time out, he definitely should be the one to lift the Ballon d'Or award this time around. So that is 3 Ballon d'Ors. So that is one of the goals checked off. 3 Ballon d'Ors for Takashi Anami. Has had a really, really good 6 seasons. All right, so the fact that I'm seeing the Champions League background right now means that we have made it to the Champions League finals, I believe. Definitely we have made it. So we have finally made it to the finals of the Champions League. But let's look at the other trophies that we have won. We won the Premier League for the 4th time in a row. I believe this is the 5th time in a row rather that we've won the Premier League. We won the Community Shield as well against Aston Villa, and then we won the FA Cup as well. So we are definitely on for the first treble. Definitely we are on for the first treble. Then we won the Carabao Cup finals against Bristol City. We won against Reading here. All right, so the final fixtures are really like fair to the teams that we're beating. So finally we have made it to the last match of the Champions League. Saliba has a red card. Don't know why the hell that will be happening right now, but I hope that we can win it. My fingers are crossed that we're going to be... What the fuck is this? Auto replace the unavailable player just for this match. All right, great. Do that. And we have won the freaking Champions League. Finally, the first time we're winning the Champions League for Takashi Anami is after 6 seasons. There you have it. We have won the treble. We have won a Champions League. So that is one step closer to our ultimate goal. We need 4 more Champions Leagues in 4 seasons. I don't think that's possible, to be honest, but I mean, I feel like we finally cracked the code, so we're probably going to be winning like 2 or more. All right, so now that we've gotten that out of the way, we also have the trophy celebration, and I think we have 4 trophies on that. Yeah, we got 4 trophies. We got the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Carabao Cup. So that has been a really good season. We also got the Community Shield, so that is 5 trophies in total for this season. Let's take a look at how far Anami has gone. He's now on a 98 rating, and then for his stats for the season, he didn't score as many goals as last season. Martinelli does get the highest number of goals in the season for the team, followed by Anami, then Saka. So I don't think that he should be winning the Ballon d'Or next season. Probably Martinelli is going to win it. I don't know how it works. Maybe it's like a goal contribution thing. But anyways, that is 51 goal contributions for Takashi Anami for this season. 51 goal contributions and 5 trophies. So this has been the best season so far. He also won the Ballon d'Or as well. I think this has been the best season so far. Not in terms of goals, but in terms of everything that he has done overall. All right, so season 7 is now underway. Takashi Anami is now on a 98 rating, so that is good for him. I think Balde has gotten to a 90, so we finally have our all 90 rated lineup. I think I might have to actually get a new keeper to replace David Raya because he's already on like the older side. So we also got Archie Gray from Rayo Vallecano. He's going to be like the replacement CDM for Declan Rice, just so I'll have that extra midfielder in the subs. So let's hope that we can actually get this team to win the Champions League trophy for the second time in a row, because to be honest, that is the only thing I'm really interested in. But I mean, I really needed to be able to get to my goal of 20 trophies. We have 15 right now. I mean, Havertz has actually done really well to still be on an 85 rating right now. He's 31. So I mean, he has been a really solid backup striker for Takashi Anami. It's that time of the year again. It's time for the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and I believe that Martinelli should be the player that should be taking it. Oh, he's not actually. So Takashi Anami has actually gotten the Ballon d'Or for the 4th time in a row. The record, or rather the goal that I set for myself, was 3 times, so now it's 4 times that he has gotten it. I think he probably is going to reach 5, let's say 6 at the very least, at the very highest. But I don't think he's going to get over 6, but if he does get 7, that's going to be really good for him. All right, now we are at the end of the 7th season, and as you can see, we have made it to the finals of the Champions League again. I also believe that we have won the Premier League. Yes, we do. We got 88 points this time, 4 points ahead of Manchester City. Then for the FA Community Shield, we won against Manchester City yet again. We got knocked out of the FA Cup in the 3rd round. That is insane. But I mean, we still have the Premier League and the Community Shield, so I'm really hoping that we get to win the Carabao Cup. We did, so we're still on for the treble. We won the Super Cup as well, so that is 4 trophies. I completely forgot that this trophy was even in the running right now. So that's 4 trophies. So if we can win Napoli in the finals of the Champions League, that is going to be another 5 trophies this season. That means we are going to have gotten past the 20 trophy mark that I set for myself, so that is going to be amazing. So now the moment of truth, and what the hell is with this players getting red cards on the Champions League finals? What the hell is that about? Let's hope that we can win the Champions League for the 2nd year in a row. Fucking hell, man. Shit, we lost to freaking Napoli thanks to Raspadori and Gakpo. Martinelli did really well to get a goal, but sadly we're not going to be able to win the 20th trophy with this Champions League. We're still on 19, but we definitely should be able to get the 20th trophy like from next season. We have definitely lost out on the 5 Champions League trophies now, so that is not able going to happen. That is sad, but let's look at what Anami has been able to do this season. He did not get as many. He's dropping off in goals and assists. So he got 37 goals and 9 assists this time. He has 320. Before this season, he had 323 goal contributions, and I really would have wanted him to get to 400 in this season, but it's looking like that's going to be in the next season, because now he has 46, which means that is 369 goal contributions in total at the end of the 7th season. So I mean, it's still really good. We're going to be able to reach the 400 goal mark, so I mean, everything is still in line in those terms. All right, so it's time for season 8, and I have a little bit of a problem. I forgot to renew the contract for some of the players that I had, like Mikel Merino, so they're all gone. I think there are 3 of them. have vanished from the team just like that. I was able to replace David Raya because I also lost him as well. I was able to replace him with a youth academy player, which is this guy from Brazil, Moraes. So he should be able to grow really fast. That's the only player that I was able to get. I also lost Molina as well, so Ben White is not going to be alone in that right back position. He's also dropping in overall, so that is really bad. Let's hope that by next season we'll be able to like get a couple more bucks in the account so that we can like replace some of these players that are already getting on the other side. So now that is 5 Ballon d'Ors for Takashi Anami. He has really outdone himself. So the highest that he can possibly get if he goes all out is 7 Ballon d'Ors. I hope that happens, to be honest, because that's going to be really good for him. So I forgot to record the video, but we did make it to the finals of the Champions League. So I am going to be jumping to result. Let's hope that we do win it. And yes, we do. We have won the Champions League for the second time in 8 seasons. We have 2 more seasons to get 4, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're most likely going to like get it just 1 more time. And because I wasn't recording when I was showing you guys the trophies we've won, we obviously won the Champions League, we won the Carabao Cup, we missed out on the FA Cup, we lost to Manchester City in the semi-finals. So we got 3 trophies plus the Community Shield. That is 4 trophies for this season. This just proved that we did win the Community Shield. So he's still on a 98, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be peaking on a 99. I'm pretty sure I can do that. But we got 28 goals and 12 assists, so he is actually dropping off. I don't know why, but he's definitely dropping off, and that is 40 goal contributions in this season. So he has actually passed the 400 goal contributions that I set out for him to get at the beginning of this video. So good for him. And well, let's see what the 9th season has in store for him. Oh, and I also forgot, we actually did win the treble again. So I think that is the 2nd treble that we are going to be winning. So we have 2 more seasons to win a treble, and I hope that we're going to be able to do that. All right, season 9 is now underway, and we have made a couple changes. We have sold Declan Rice, and Gabriel is about to be sold, but we did replace Gabriel with a youth academy player from Sweden who played for PSG. And then Ben White has also been released. Well, not released, he retired basically. We have a new right back who is also a youth academy player. He should be able to grow because he's just 23 and an 84 already, so I'm expecting him to get to like an 87 or maybe an 88 by the end of next season. That is season 10. Season 9 done and dusted, and it's actually crazy that we made it to yet another Champions League finals. But before we go into that, let's look at the other standings and see if we have won anything else. Obviously, we're going to have won the Premier League. There you go, 20 points away from 2nd place in Manchester City. We also won the Community Shield again, so that's the 2nd trophy this season. We got knocked out at round 5 against Luton Town, which is unbelievable. We got knocked out by Manchester United in the quarterfinals, so that is sad. We also didn't win the Super Cup as well, so we won only 2 trophies this season, and we've already cracked the 20 trophies for sure. And I hope that next season we're going to be able to like do better. Last season I forgot that I was supposed to renew contract, so I mean, it's come back to bite me in the ass, but this is the match that I hope that we win. But I really hope that we can get our 3rd Champions League trophy for this video. Anami has gotten to a 99. That's the highest that he can ever go to, so that is good for him. And let's hope that we can win the Champions League finals. Yes, we do. We win it on penalties. Does Anami score? Yes, he's the one that got the equalizer to take the match to penalties. So sadly, that means no treble. That means we have 1 more season to try and complete the treble task. We're supposed to get 3 trebles in 10 seasons, and we've gotten only 2. So we need 1 more. Next season we have to go all out and make sure that we actually do get our hands on that treble. And I almost forgot, actually, we're supposed to look at the stats for Anami for this season. He has gotten 40 goals and 19, so that is a very big improvement from what he got last season. He played in 61 games and he has 59 goal contributions in total, so he has definitely for sure cracked the 400 goal contributions task, and that's good for him. All right, so it's now time for the final season 10. The Arsenal team looks really good. We've lost a couple 90 rated players, but it's all good. Again, it's all my fault that happened. We're probably going to get like our goalkeeper to 90 by the end of this season. And we also got 2 new players. They're going to be like players that are on the bench. That is Hekimoglu, who is going to be like the new striker replacement because Havertz is already getting older and he's dropping off in form. He's most likely going to reach like 60 something rated by the end of the season. So we had to replace him with Hekimoglu from Turkey. And then we also got this youth player from Real Madrid, Winter. He's really good, so he's going to be a good replacement for the midfield. I think he can play DM. So I mean, he's not a starting DM, so I think Gray is still going to like be a starter in the team. So this is what the team looks like for the final season, and let's hope that we can get ourselves the treble that we actually really need. That's the only thing. I mean, apart from the fact that we have completely failed to get 5 Champions Leagues, so we can get 4 out of 5 of the goals at hand. The treble was optional because there's like 4 main tasks and the treble is just like there for like an extra thing to do basically. But we failed the Champions League one. I mean, I hope that we do not fail this one at least. Right, so it is now time for the Ballon d'Or ceremony, and I think I missed it. I can't even believe I missed it because it's supposed to be like the first Monday of November, but apparently it happened on the 31st, and as you can see, Anami did win the 2033 Ballon d'Or, so he now has 6 Ballon d'Or awards under his belt. So yeah, let's skip to the end of the season and see if he can actually get that final treble with Arsenal. Alright guys, so we have made it to the end of the 10th season. I believe that we have won the Premier League again, and we have also made it to the Champions League finals, and this time we're going to be playing the team we first won it against, Real Madrid. So I hope that we can get a win in that match. Let's look at the standings. I'm pretty sure that we have won the Premier League for the 9th time in a row. Yes, we did. 88 points, 4 points ahead of Liverpool. Then we also won the Community Shield. We beat Preston North End. We didn't win the FA Cup, so we can't even be getting the freaking treble. We got knocked out by Cardiff freaking City in the round 5 of the FA Cup. That is crazy. We beat our bitter rival Spurs to win the FA Cup finals, and we lost the Super Cup against Aston Villa. That is just 3 trophies that we have gotten so far in this season. And finally, we have the Champions League finals coming up against a really good Real Madrid side, I would hope. Can Arsenal complete a treble? Even the game knows that Carabao Cup, Premier League and Champions League will be a treble. So I'm going to be going with that. It's a treble. I don't care if you're saying it's just FA Cup. It's a treble. And hopefully we can win our final Champions League trophy in this video. Yes, we do. Anami scores, Martinelli gets a brace. He's done really well. So we have won the Champions League. We have gotten the treble. That is the final task that we had in store for us done and dusted. We failed to win 5 Champions League trophies in total. We won only 4, but it's been a good run. It's been a really good 10 seasons, and here we are, the final bus parade. I think we won 3 major trophies. Then we also won the Community Shield, so that is 4 in total this season. It's been a very good run, very good season. The team is absolutely insane. He's still in 99. Obviously he's not going to be dropping anytime soon, and he got 40 goals again. He got 1 less assist than he did last season. That is 58 goal contributions for this season. He has done really well over the course of the 10 seasons. I don't know what the final tally is, but it's definitely going to be on the screen. All right, so I've done the final calculations, and Takashi Anami in 10 seasons has gotten 526 goal contributions. He got 30 trophies, 4 Champions Leagues out of the 5 that he was supposed to get, and he got 6 Ballon d'Ors out of the 3 that he was supposed to get. So that has been, I mean, I would say that he has done really well, even though I would have wanted him to get like 5 Champions League trophies so that he will like rival match Ronaldo's record. That's not going to be the case. He can't do it, sadly, for him, but it has been a really good 10 season. So yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. On the screen right here, I believe it's going to be here, it's going to be a video of how to create Anami. If you're interested in knowing how to create him, then just go check it out. Then right below the video is my player career mode. We are on the final episode, and that's going to be like the end of it, so you guys can definitely go check it out from the beginning to the end if you're interested in that as well. And I will see you in my next video. Peace.